Do you guys know, in a country where the youth makes more than 50% of the population of the country, alcohol consumption has become one of the most major and concerning issue. Once considered taboo, alcohol has now become one of the major source of a getaway to all the youth across India. Some say they drink to be accepted in the society. Some say they drink to get over the stress throughout the weekend. According to the recent studies, nearly 45% of the individuals have drank at least once in their lifetime at the age between 18 to 25. What's more alarming is that more than 30% of them engage in binge drinking. Now what's binge drinking? Let me tell you a story. It's kind of an example. Okay, so there's a group of 3 friends. So they get into a call and one of them say, "Brother, it's such a nice and really good sunny weather today. I think we should go to Taralangso and get a couple of beers." So, and then the other guy, one of the friends says that, "But I have to go to a place somewhere. I have to reach there at the time around 3 p.m. And then the other guy says, "But it's still only 1 p.m. We still have time." And then they all agree by somehow, you know how a group of friends are. So finally, they go to the place, taking 4 cans of beer. Each one of them are going to consume 4 cans of beer. And what are the alcohol contents? A can of beer contains almost 8% of alcohol in each can. That is almost 39.2 milliliter of ethanol and a total of 156.8 milliliter of ethanol in total, which is very high in amount to consume in such a short period of time. So basically, let me sum up. Binge drinking is basically consuming large amount of alcohol in a short period of time, which is very dangerous for your health. And I'm damn sure that most of the youth now in my place, in my hometown, are adapting that. Alcohol may seem like a harmless way to have fun, but the reality is far from it. Excessive consumption can lead to liver diseases, cardiovascular problems, and a weakened immune system. For the young and developing bodies, the risks are even greater. Early alcohol use can impair brain development, affecting memory, coordination, decision-making, and long-term cognitive dysfunction. Why? Because our brain gets fully developed at the age of 25. And when you start consuming alcohol during the age of adolescence, alcohol leads to the reduction of brain development. It reduces the size of the frontal lobe, which involves in planning and decision-making, impact hippocampus, which is involved in learning and memory, amygdala, involved in fear sensing, and corpus callosum, involved in communication on between 2 sides of the brain, the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. The reason I'm making this video is, look at this article from the Indian Express. The highest alcohol consumption among all the other Indian groups are the scheduled tribes. This is true for both men and women. So who are the scheduled tribes? Us. How often do you hear news of a person dying suddenly in your life? I know this may be a very sensitive topic, but I have to say it. In this period of a month, I have heard 5 news of sudden death of people. Yes, by the time I'm making this video, I have heard 5 news of people dying all of a suddenly in my hometown itself. One person being my neighbor from my own village itself, one being my friend's close cousin who was doing his grocery shopping in the evening. He fell down all of a sudden in the middle of the market, but luckily he's fine because he was taken to the nearest hospital on time. But the other 3, whom I know through my sources, they couldn't survive. 4 out of 5 victims of this sudden attack couldn't survive. What is common in all of them? Cardiovascular diseases. Before they lose their motor control of their body, they started feeling numbness in their limbs, a sharp pain in their chest, and they fell down on the ground. What is a cardiovascular disease then? Cardiovascular disease can be called a number of conditions. It may be heart diseases, heart or blood vessel diseases. Basically, a heart disease is due to the formation of plaque into the arteries, or atherosclerosis. Heart attack. Heart attack occurs when those plaques in your arteries get ruptured due to the continuous pumping of the blood, which leads to stroke, which leads to a heart attack. And then there is stroke, which is also very deadly. Stroke, there are 2 types of stroke basically. An ischemic stroke, which is the most common type of stroke that occurs when a blood vessel that carries oxygen to the brain get blocked due to the formation of blood clot in the vessel. And then the second type, another is the hemorrhagic stroke. Hemorrhagic stroke occurs when due to the uncontrolled high blood pressure leading to bursting of the vessels in the brain. And there are heart failure and arrhythmia. Arrhythmia is a condition when your heart is beating irregularly. Your heart is not able to pump enough blood which your body requires. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death globally. And in India, according to Global Burden of Disease study, state that the death rate from cardiovascular diseases is 272 per 1 lakh population in India, which is much higher than that of global average, which is 235 per 1 lakh population. Now that is about nationally and globally. What about our land? There is no proper research about this, but all of this sudden that claiming the lives of our loved ones are all the victim of this cardiovascular disease. But how are these people in such early age are contracting this disease, or how are they getting this disease? Well, there are long lists of factors influencing this disease. Your unhealthy eating habit, physical inactivity, being overweight, obesity, smoking tobacco, drinking alcohol, your stress level, uncontrolled blood pressure, diabetes, and your poor sleep schedule. All the things I have mentioned in the above are all the modifiable risk factors. Modifiable risk factors are the factors which you can change by taking decisions in your life, by choosing the good stuff over the bad stuff. These are the factors you can control or manage by changing your lifestyle. But you, my friend, don't want to change your lifestyle because you choose to adhere the right things over the bad things. Deep down, you know what is right for you and what is wrong for you in your life, such as drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, going out in the evening and snacking on those fried chicken, fried momo, and all the fried rice, all the fried items basically, which is also the main reason you are not able to lose weight and living that obese life. I'm a nobody who wants to tell you people that there are much more things in life to do than just eating unhealthy. Well, it is true, right? The answer to all of your problem is alcohol. Going out with your friends, alcohol. Going out picnic with your classmates, alcohol. A family gathering, alcohol. And along with that, all the junk food you can eat. The impact it gives on someone's life. I mean, losing a loved one is not easy. I myself had lost my uncle a couple of years back, so I know how it affects one's family. But what can you do to prevent this? Yes, cardiovascular disease is very deadly. It is the #1 leading causes of death globally and in our land also, in our hometown also, I can say. Till now, I have been lecturing about all the dangerous side effects of cardiovascular disease. But what can you do to help prevent it? Well, one thing is change your lifestyle.
I'm here only because your stare won't ever let me go. I'm here only because I'm aware with you is better than all alone. Oh, 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 say what you're dying to say. No, 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 oh, oh, tonight we're stars but we'll fade away. Go on and light me up, oh, go on and light me up while we're golden. Come on and light me up, oh, come on and light me up before we come down. Stars will always come down, so before we come down, down, down. Go on and light me up, oh, go on and light me up while we're golden. Come on and light me up, oh, come on and light me up before we come down. Go on and light me up, oh, go on and light me up while we're golden. Come on and light me up, oh, come on and light me.
Well, by showing that clip, I'm trying to promote muscle building, which basically this channel is going to be about. the health benefits of building muscles. But in this video, I'm talking about cardiovascular health. So cardiovascular exercises, you can do cardiovascular exercises into the gym itself. You say you're cycling, you're running on the treadmill, which is the best form of cardiovascular exercises. You can use the ellipticals, and there are much more exercises you can do into the gym to improve your cardiovascular health. What I'm basically trying to say or tell is that don't try to promote that fat is beautiful kind of bullshit, when deep down you know that there's nothing beautiful being fat, and there's no advantages, or there is so much health risk when you are fat. Stop neglecting the fact that you eating that junk food and sugary drinks is healthy for you. Stop behaving like a kid. Your age, your time of eating that sweet lollipop or chupa chups is over. Eating irrationally is over. Basically, it's time to count your calories, know what you're eating. You should limit eating outside. You should eat more the home cooked foods. Your mom makes it for you, or you make it for yourself. There is so much more than street foods in life. To all those of you who are watching these videos, I don't want you to live a life 10 years, 15 years from now dependent on medication. I can tell you this because even in my own house, my dad is a diabetic and high blood pressure patient. I know how hard it is to live with this kind of sickness. The interesting fact is that all this sickness could be avoided if we do daily exercises, go to the gym and hit the treadmill. Going to the gym is not always about having the six-pack abs. It's about building some good amount of muscle so that it can help you in your future when you get old. Because I'll tell you in another video about all this, because I don't want to make this video very long. The main reason I'm making this channel is I'm tired of hearing people losing their loved ones just because of not eating right, just because of neglecting their health, drinking that alcohol, smoking, and ignoring to exercise in their life. Gym is rewarding. Peace.